Right, so now we've got Goldfinger in the player. Once you've got the film loaded, the first thing you want to do is go to 4830. Basically what you'll see is the gentleman's literally just been ejected out of the DB5, and you'll see these big sheds. Now they are behind the paddock tank if you look at your map. In fact, I can show you here. So these are actually the sheds. This is all changed. I think this was a new shed built here, and these are little additions, and this has all clearly been joined up at some point. But back then it was just this section here. So if you play the little sequence on and you see James Bond trying to escape, and then the old lady shoots or tries to shoot him with the gun, but and then if you go to, or actually let me play it myself. So as the DB5 goes, so it cuts away from the lady, he goes round the tree, round the car, past this black car, and if you pause it where the bad guys are just about to get out of the way, and you can see up into sort of the Pinewood Studios, was it 4854, you can actually see there's a bit of sort of roofy bridge type thing, which is green. And I mentioned that green colour earlier, and that is basically what's now covered way. Well, I mean, it was covered then. I don't know how long it's been called covered way, but so basically that will give you an idea of where we're going. We're now heading this way through this road here. And so if you let that play on, the next time you want to stop it will be at 49 exactly. It doesn't matter if if it gets to 49.1 and basically you pause it there. You see the James Bond's just turned, he's just turned left, what is now off of Goldfinger Avenue. And the corner of the big building you can see that's got the bricks and the big white sign, that building is actually East Age. So can't show it on there, but so what I've got on screen is the Aston Martin facing us. I've got an open door on the left of frame, which is green. It's got some red barrels in front of it. That is basically the general stores. That is still the general stores today. Well, I say today, back in 2011 when I was still there, it was still the general stores, and I imagine it still is. So like I said, this is a little bit of a time travel, in the sense that Pinewood would have changed a lot since, in 11 years basically. So yeah, in the background we've got the corner of East Stage. I don't, the red brick building I think is part of this lot of buildings. It's the wall behind that I think that is part of East Stage. And then the building with all the windows and the red box on the right is the props building. So yep, if you play it on, what will happen, Bond will turn right and he will then turn right into covered way. So the camera follows him round, he hits the barrels, and if you pause it, so we've got the back of the DB5, and we've got the boxes falling over, and the two gentlemen on the left of frame. Now we're looking all the way down covered way. I know we can't see anything, but basically this is what you saw earlier, and this is what Dominic Cooper was standing under. Not this particular bit, but let's play it on. Let's drive down, and here comes the black car the same way that Bond did, off of Goldfinger Avenue. So this is the same shot but from a slightly different angle. It's got well, it's not a following car, it's a preceding car. It's a camera car in front of the Aston Martin basically. So they thought, well, we'll do the same shot again, make it look a bit different. And then, so now we've gone across covered way. I think, I'm pretty sure we've just suddenly shot across covered way. And basically they're just using the same part of the studio but from many different angles. Right, so at 49 and about 25, we can literally see the double green doors that we just you know, saw them driving past the other way. So they've been all round the houses, but we're not supposed to know that. And so where the car, I've got the nose of the black car that's chasing him on screen left, and that would have come up from the direction of the paddock tank, and basically would practically be running over Dominic Cooper if he was still stood there from My Week with Marilyn. So I think that's called Carpenter's Road, because you've got the carpentry shops down there, workshops. So let's play it on, and yeah, the more you play this, the more you'll be able to work out what you're seeing again from different angles, and coming from different directions, but the same part, if you see what I mean. So now he's heading down covered way and he's about to crash because he thinks there's a car coming towards him. Now I don't know which direction this is on covered way, but essentially, as you can tell from your map, this is the very, very heart of Pinewood Studios. We're right in the centre here. So have I got any other notes? No, basically. But hopefully you can look at your map and sort of orientate yourself. So I'll give you a helping hand. Where are we at? I'll get this the right way. So this is E stage. This is Goldfinger Avenue up here, and see this orange building here and the green building here. He turns in that way. So he turns, what did I say? He turns left and then right this way. Dominic Cooper would have been stood about here, and so these are the carpentry shops, and this is all covered way down here, and of course this is so A, B and C stage and D stage. So the general stores are here on the inside, and that sort of thing. So it's a bit awkward for me to do that because I'm looking at it backwards, but anyway, you'll be able to work it out. So let's get on to the next movie, shall we? The next movie is, I believe, Quantum of Solace. So let's get that one loaded, and I'll meet you there. Okay, so Quantum of Solace. It's not a scene as such because it's on screen for such a short amount of time. But if you have got the film running and you time search to 1 hour 37 and 47 seconds and also 4 frames, then and you'll need it paused because it's on screen for such a short amount of time. So if I do that myself, find my time search function, 1 hour 37 and 47 seconds. Okay, so maybe it was meant to be 1 hour 34. Let's get the time code. Sorry about this. As you can see, I've made lots of notes and oops. Right. Let's change that to 1 hour 34 and 47 seconds, shall we? So what you'll see on screen if you've got it paused is lots of smoke and fire, and you should just be able to see James Bond in what appears to be a window. So okay, basically, I mean, you can let it play on, but it's very quick. But if you if you frame search, you know, go frame by frame and just see it in slow motion, basically, you see Daniel Craig and the other character just before it cuts to a bloke in the desert. And basically, this, although when you watch the film, this building is actually real and out in the desert somewhere, for the purpose of burning it, they replicated that, or portion of that building, on the back lot at Pinewood Studios. And one of my many wonders, as I've said before, I came across this set. Clearly the set had been used because it was all burnt, but when I saw Quantum of Solace in the cinema, I suddenly recognised what I was seeing on screen. So if you've got it paused where you've got the two actors mid-frame, and they're quite easy to see, basically where you would be standing in Pinewood Studios, slightly over our right shoulder, behind us would be the 007 stage, towering away, having shot many, not just a James Bond film, and this would be the current 007 stage, not the ones that shot the older Bond films or anything like that, because as you know, there's been a couple of fires occasionally at the 007 stage, and sadly it burnt down, but thankfully they just built a new one. And one of the times it burnt down, I was working at Pinewood Studios, and it was pretty sad to see it in such a burnt down state. But you know, a few months down the line, or a year or so later, and there we go, we got a brand new 007 stage again. So just to help you with the map, if you can't quite orientate yourself, we are literally standing here and we are looking this way, and the set that's burning is built here, and that's why I said over our right shoulder behind us would be the whole of the 007 stage. That doesn't quite conclude the tour. There's a little bit more to go. So the last film you need to put in to take us all the way onto the north lot at Pinewood Studios is Tim Burton's 1989 Batman. So if you get that loaded, and we'll have a look around, shall we?